Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel. A little disclaimer on today's video. I am barely recovering from a nasty food poisoning, so I don't have my full voice today. Okay, let's get started. If you were here on my last LOVEBITES video, I told at the end that I didn't want that my full experience of the band were through reaction videos once every week or once every 2 weeks. I really wanted to listen to the full discography and maybe come back later with a live performance that I didn't saw, but knowing the band discography. The truth is, I just had the last 2 weeks Clockwork Immortality on repeat, and I haven't listened to any of the other albums. And at this pace, my next LOVEBITES video would be in 2 months. So what I decided to do is I will do a brief review of this album. I will listen to a live performance of this album, and if this is a format that you enjoy, I will go back in time and do in order the same format video for the other long plays. If that is okay with you, let's discuss LOVEBITES Clockwork Immortality. Okay, before we get started, let me preface with this. I am not a musician. I don't know anything about music composition. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I am just trying to pay very close attention to what I'm listening and compare it with what I have listened before, and trying to give you what I perceive from that. I might be wrong a lot. Feel free to correct me. I don't pretend to know anything. I encourage you to correct me whenever I am wrong about something. Please be nice. Just try to be nice. That's all I want to. On the other side, I would also like to tell you where I come from in regards of Japanese rock. I really have no prior experience to Japanese rock. So if you asked me a couple of months ago, well, how do you imagine Japanese rock is? I would say first, well, it's probably in Japanese. That would be my first guess, and it was actually wrong, but it was a logical one. I would have expected a great level of skill because of Japanese culture. It's something they honor, is something they value a lot, so I would have expected a high level of skill. My worries were that because of the language and because of the high technical music, it might lack maybe the catchy beat that I usually want in a song, the little bit that it will be keep repeating in my head that I will sing when I'm jogging or shopping or doing whatever, that will make it accessible for me. Yes, I can appreciate the technical ability, but I want the little bit that I will sing along. And if it is in Japanese and if it is very complicated, I will not have that. So that was a worry of mine, and it was maybe the main reason why I didn't dig into it before. That being said, Clockwork Immortality is an amazing album. I love it. And it has a lot of what I want in music and nothing of what I was worried about. So let's talk a little bit about the tracks. We start with Addicted. First track on the album. It is the perfect opener, and it already took me by surprise. We start with an acoustic guitar, and then it gets, I think, layered because then we have the main melody that will accompany us over the rest of the song. But it feels like it's like 2, maybe 3 or 4 guitars. I don't know what's going on there. But we have an acoustic guitar and a melody on a main guitar that then turns into Spanish flamenco. I don't know what's going on there. And then the song kicks off. Okay, that's what gives the start to Clockwork Immortality, the heavy metal album of LOVEBITES. And we reach a great chorus. I love the chorus of Addicted. I would sing it, but I don't want to do that to you. But I think it has a great catchy chorus, exactly what I want in music. We then go to a last chorus that falls right back into a callback to the melody of the beginning of the song. I think it was perfect. I love the track. We then move on to Pledge of the Savior, that picks up right where Addicted left us. And it's a more traditional metal song. Here we have Haruna going nuts to the full song. Again, we have, I forgot to mention the solo in Addicted. Great solo again. We also have one of those in Pledge of the Savior. What I will say is in Pledge of the Savior, yes, Pledge of the Savior. I didn't find the chorus as catchy. It's close, I think, with a couple more listens. Maybe in it's not today. Maybe in 6 weeks, I said, "Oh no, Pledge of the Savior is my favorite song in the album." But the chorus still didn't catch me full, but the verse did. I love the find me, somebody find me, help me, somebody help me, guide me, somebody guide me. The way those lines are constructed, I love that melody, that vocal melody. It still has the catchy hook for me. A more traditional full throttle traditional metal song. We have the track 3, Rising. We already listened to Rising together. It starts with a very epic introduction and ends with a very epic ending. It has, right after this epic start, we have a guitar melody that will mimic the vocal melody in the chorus. Very catchy. I love that melody. Here is the first time I notice something, and this is when I say I really don't know anything about music composition, but it's something that it will repeat across this album quite a lot, and that I don't remember listening, not as much for sure, in Occidental music. That is, the chorus, usually the first chorus is not the same as the second chorus, and at the end we have a double chorus that has the first and the second chorus together. I think, again, I'm not a person that knows about this, I think most of the songs I ever listen in my life, the chorus is the same across all the song. Sometimes you have, yes, at the end, a double chorus that second, the last chorus can be different, can be an addition to the first one. But the fact of the main chorus not repeating exactly the same every time is something that it will happen a lot during this album, and I haven't noticed before in the music I listen. So that was a novelty for me. I had never picked it up in music. So we already know how the song goes. We have this introduction, we have this chorus that mimics that first guitar melody. Then we have a beautiful piano interlude with Asami doing beautiful vocals, and we finish with this very epic that it feels almost like a movie ending. So we move forward to the fourth song, Empty Daydream, and it's a completely change of vibe. We basically had at the start of the album a little acoustic guitar introduction, and since that song Break Open, we had basically Haruna kicking the double bass drum all the way up until right now. And now we go, it's not a ballad, but it's a slower song. We start with a very cool riff on guitar and a melody on keyboard that I absolutely love. It reminds me of something, but I can't put together what reminds me of. But the toot toot, I don't know how to do it. But I heard that keyboard sound before. I just can't put together where I have listened. But I love that keyboard. And we have this introduction with guitar and keyboard. And then they will leave some open space for the entrance of the voice. And I think in this song, Asami shines. I think it suits really well her voice quality. I think it's crisp. I think it's delicate. I love how it feels. And this song has the best chorus of the album. Maybe there is a challenger, but I think Empty Daydream is my favorite song. I could listen to this song all day on repeat. Yeah, it's not as heavy as the others. It's not a real metalhead song. I love this song. I don't really know which songs are the most popular on the album. I should have checked that. I will. On Spotify, which have more listens. We will do that when I finish reviewing. But I don't really know which are the popular songs for you. Which are the most success. I love Empty Daydream. So a couple of things I noticed. We have one of the best voice performances of Asami. We have an incredibly catchy keyboard and guitar melodies. We have the very weird use of the word rendezvous that I don't think I ever heard in any song ever. I only know the word because it's in the title of the very well-known science fiction book. That's the only way, the only place I ever saw that word used. So congratulations, LOVEBITES, for using the word rendezvous. And we have the chorus, a very cool breakdown, guitar solo, and we go back to the initial melody with the cool guitar riff and keyboard. And this song has everything. I love this song. Again, just like Rising, the way it's structured, the first chorus does not match the second chorus, and we finish with a double chorus with the first and the second. We move on to our fifth song, Mastermind 01. We go immediately back to a traditional heavy metal song. This one, the way it starts, it could be, I don't know, a Megadeth song or maybe Metallica song. The introduction to this song, it feels very classic 80s heavy metal. What I can tell you here is that the verses feel very driving and they're moving us forward to reach the chorus. The range in which they are don't let Asami shine as much. It feels more serviceable. This is just to move us forward to reach the chorus. And we reach a very catchy chorus where Asami gets to play a little more with her range. I love the chorus of this song. It's something that I keep singing to myself. And then we have a crazy guitar solo, duo, whatever it is that these ladies do. Again, I haven't seen any live video, so I don't know how they do it. What I will say is, I think during the solo in this song, I think I hear at least 3 guitars. There is a rhythm guitar that keeps playing along the whole way. And I think there are 2 guitars dueling. I don't know how do they arrange the song on a live performance. And after the solo, we go back to a double chorus. Again, I love that chorus. Who will be the ones to dominate? Who will be the ones to be destroyed? And we close with the guitar closing the song. Excellent song. So far we are 5 out of 5. I just listened to the first 5 songs of the album and I love the 5 songs of the album. We move to the first one that it really didn't click with me. That's MDO. I had to search what MDO means because I didn't know the term. Apparently, it is some convicted felon with some psychological issues. And the lyrics of the song seem to be narrated from the point of view of a disturbed person. So I don't know, it seems like an interesting story. Musically, the song is perfectly well. It's not a bad song in any way. It feels very classic heavy metal. I mean, it's no different to Mastermind 01, except it doesn't have that catchy chorus for me. It could have been the MDO chant, but it doesn't really work, and the pre-chorus and the chorus are alright, but it didn't really click with me. So it's not a bad song. I've been putting the full album on repeat this last couple of weeks. It's not a song that I skip. I don't feel the need to skip the song. It's not a bad song. But when I make a playlist of my favorite songs, I will not add this one. The first 5 go right into it. This sixth one, yes, I will listen when it is on. I leave it. But it's not a song that I go looking for. And now we have our 7th song, Journey to the Other Side. This one feels like a farewell to a very respected person. It's obviously that they are speaking of someone they want to honor. I don't know who this person is. I don't know if this is someone that is important for the band, or maybe that is part of the culture of Japan. Maybe some important person in the history of the country. But it is obviously a song done trying to pay respects to this person. It starts with a gasp, which it took my attention because I think that's the very first song I ever heard that starts with a gasp. It did a trick where it did the verse, which was clearly a pre-chorus leading to a chorus, but it wasn't the chorus. It did verse, pre-chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus. So the first time it gets you there, like, here comes the chorus, but it doesn't. And it takes you again to a second verse, pre-chorus, then chorus. The chorus of the song makes this feel like an important moment. I mean, this is a farewell to a person that passed away, and you can feel the emotion in the way this is portrayed. And we have on the last chorus the last note of Someday that Asami sings, where she goes incredibly high. Again, very skillful singer. You can see all over in the different styles she's performing, but here she gets to shine a little bit with the belting. So we reach our eighth song, the final collision, and let me tell you, this is my challenger for my favorite song in the record. I know, again, I'm not going for the heaviest songs on the album that I enjoy very much, but this one is also one with a fantastic chorus that rivals the one of Empty Daydream. And this one starts with piano and strings. Are those strings? I'm not sure what is that I'm listening, but it starts with a sound like it's like a clock. I'm not sure what that is. It's like a gong. I'm not sure. But then we have like a piano melody, and the main melody, it feels like strings until it breaks and starts the same melody on guitar. And here in the verses, I think Asami, the first verse she sings on a lower register, and then for the next verse she goes like an octave higher. I might be wrong. She's definitely singing higher, but that's what it feels to me. Like she goes an octave higher, creating anticipation, and then she goes into this great chorus. This is our final night. This is our final fight. I love this chorus. Very catchy chorus. Again, this rivals Empty Daydream. This is like the perfect song to listen to in the gym or when one goes for a jog. This song should be used in a montage of Rocky training for a fight. I love it. This is one of my favorite songs of the album. We reach our ninth song, We the United. This one, it feels more traditional metal song. It has a beautiful uplifting message, trying to provide self-confidence and to encourage you to keep going and improve yourself and keep fighting. But again, the chorus on this one didn't really click with me. We have amazing instruments. The guitar and the guitar work on the song is fantastic. Haruna absolutely kills again, but I couldn't really connect with the chorus, and so I don't have that part that I will keep singing in my head after I finish listening to the song. So I would say MDO and this one. I think this one I like more than MDO. But again, when all the songs that we have been listening to up until now, this all go into a favorite playlist. MDO and We the United are so far the ones that I don't feel the need to skip them, but these are not songs that I am actively looking to in the album. And we reach our album closer, Epilogue, and we have again a change of vibe. We start the song with an acoustic guitar and a piano, and for the first half of the song we have Asami singing beautiful vocals until she reaches the word forever and the electric guitar breaks in and the instruments. But from then on, it feels like a beautiful conversation between, I think, the best of Asami's vocals and the guitar player that I am not sure who is playing, or if it's them alternating. I am not sure. Again, I haven't seen any live, but we are listening to the best of Asami. I think they made this song especially for her to have the opportunity to shine. And the guitar solo in this song, it feels very emotional. This is completely different to the more technical and speedy solos we listen during the whole album. And this one feels raw and emotional, and it is a lamenting guitar. This is a guitar speaking, crying, I would say, and it's absolutely beautiful. I think they decided to close the album letting Asami and our guitar players take us home with an absolutely beautiful melody. Again, one of my favorites of the album. I wouldn't say it is up to par with the other two for me, but it's a song that, while being very different to the other ones, it's right at home in a very high level album like this one. Again, I will repeat, I'm not a knowledgeable person. I just been listening and paying attention, and these are the things that I pick up. I very much enjoy this album. I will keep listening to it and repeat. I will have to lower the repeat frequency because I have to listen to the next ones or the previous one for starters. But this band has done an amazing job of erasing my prejudice of a type of music that I was not aware of. or that I didn't know a lot of. This one has erased my preconceptions and made me very curious to learn more about them and the genre in general. So if you enjoy this format, please give me a like and consider subscribing. That will let me know that I should be doing more of this and I could start working on the rest of the albums. So what I want to do now is to react to a live performance of some song of this album. For the next ones, please let me know in the comments which performance of which song should I react to. I will do just one, but to pick a good performance that you know of whatever song I end up choosing. For this one, I was looking through the comments if you recommended some performance of any of the songs in this album. And one of you, I will put your name somewhere over here, recommended a version of Empty Daydream that just happened to be my favorite song on the album. So we will be taking a look at that. So what we have here is LOVEBITES Empty Daydream live in Tokyo 2019. I hope this is a good representation of the song on the album. I hope you enjoy it. Let's listen to some music. I'm sorry. He told me in the comment that in this version they use the piano. I forgot. It's a different song.
Just let me go away. Just let me go my way. No. So I can.
Yeah. Um, I love the piano introduction and the vocal introduction. The piano introduction, it felt a little bit like tango. The angry piano remind me of Astor Piazzolla. It has nothing to do but the angry feeling of that piano. I consider the possibility that because it's like a call and response, the chorus, that it might be like an effect on Asami's mic or maybe a track. I love that it was Miho mainly, but I think I saw also mics on Miyako and Midori. I'm not sure, but I think I saw the three of them had mics. I noticed, I don't think there is the keyboard, this 80s keyboard that I listen on the album track. It's okay, I can live without it, don't worry. I am loving this version. Rendezvous. So they replaced the keyboard with guitar awesomeness. I'll take that. Uh, it's a perfect version. I love the song. It's my favorite song, and this was a perfect version. I am very happy that I picked this one. Please let me know if this is something that interests you. I will try to do the previous albums in the next couple of weeks. Please support the artist. Go follow the band on their socials. Follow them on YouTube. Subscribe. Give them a like. More importantly, for the bands, if you want some merchandise, go buy some merchandise. Listen to them in Spotify. For the one, it's more valuable the view counter on their Spotify because it gives them leverage with record labels. Oh, one last thing I forgot. Let's go check out which songs are the more listened on Spotify. So obviously Rising was a single, has a music video, is of course the most listened to. Then Addicted, that I love that song, it makes sense. Then Empty Daydream is the one that follows. I think it's their best song. And With the United. Well, I mean, it could be. It's a good song. It's just not my favorite. And the epilogue that I love is one of the least listened to. Okay, so based on the list of more reproductions, I can say that I am pretty much in line with what are the most listened songs. I think I like the epilogue more than most. And I like Addicted, but I think Empty Daydream is a better song too. Anyways, this was fun. So that's all I have for you today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.